Hello everyone and welcome to my TBC Aoe guide. In this guide I will tell you about my talent tree, but also the spots I used in TBC, so from 58 and all the way up to 70. There will also be a timeline below the video. This timeline will show you the level range for each spot and when it's shown in the video, so you know at what level you actually have to go to that spot. And if you want to know about the vanilla and classic Aoe spots, I have a guide for that too. The first spot I use in TBC is in Hellfire. This spot is really good because there's a lot of monsters and you can pretty much keep circling around, because when you have killed one pack, the next pack is gonna be there, and when you have finished all the packs, the first one is actually gonna be up again. So like really awesome. Another good thing about this spot is that like you can divide it into how many mobs you actually want. So if you don't feel comfortable with pulling like 8 or 9 mobs, you can always do like 4 or 5. And that way you can keep practicing till you get better and you can actually do a lot of mobs at the same time. The next spot is close to Shattered City and actually when you leave Hellfire, so this is really good. When you have finished the other zone, you can go onto this spot. The reason why I like these mobs is because they drop some feathers. These feathers you can turn into a bag that give you reputation and a green item. And even better is that like this quest only requires 30 feathers for the bag and you can repeat this. The next place is to the left of Shattered City. One thing you have to be careful about this spot is that there's casters, so make sure to only do the melee pulls. And this is why I talked about the spellcasters. You see on the road right here, there's 2 casters patrolling and you don't have to pull these. Here you can either pull with Fire Blast for a run and counter spell, but at 66 you also get a new spell called Ice Lamps, and this is an instant cast, and this is really good for pulling. Here I also use my pets Frost-Nova or Freeze in order to keep them stacked, so I can cast a few more blizzards before they reach me. The last spot I use in TBC Aoe grinding is in Netherstorm. At this spot there's actually 2 different mob types. You want to pull the Raiders because the other one can blinks and will screw over your blizzard. In this clip you see I use Ice Block. This way I stack the mobs, so when I leave Ice Block I can Freeze or Frost-Nova, and that way I'm actually sure that the mobs are stacked together and I can start to cast Blizzard. Another thing you can do is you place your first Blizzard and you get ready with your second one. Don't move your mouse, and this way you can actually track this green line where the mobs is supposed to be slowed. The last thing in this guide is gonna be my talent tree. This is what I use from level 10 and all the way up to 70. You don't have to do it exactly the way I do it, but I find this really useful when I AoE farm. First I would go 3 times into elemental position, so the creatures I'm killing have best chance to actually resist my spells. Then I go into Frost Warding. You can go into improved Frostball, but I like this one here for the 30% more armor. Then Permafrost is really good for higher chill, but improved Frost-Nova is really good as well. You have to go for these 2 here first. Then I go for improved Blizzard, Icy Veins for faster casting when I use the spell, and 1 time into Piercing Ice. Shatter is really good, but not right now when we only Blizzard at lower level because Blizzard can't crit. So I would go into Frost Channeling for less mana cost than Blizzard, and Arctic Reach for further range. Now I could unlock Cold Snap and Vigor Less. Here you have different choices because you can max out Piercing Ice for more damage with Blizzard. You could go into Ice Shards for more crit damage. You could go into Shadow, so if they're frozen, then you have higher chance of critting. Or into more Cone of Cold damage, which is really good when the mobs is close to you. But for me, I would probably go into this one here because I'm trying to focus on building Blizzard damage. would probably spec in to improve wand damage, just to make sure you can finish the mod when you have no mana. Alright, so that's pretty much it for me today. Thank you so much for watching my guide, and I hope it helped you. In case you have any questions, just ask me in a comment below the video, and I'll try to reply as fast as possible. But yeah, as always, have a great day, and I hope I will see you soon.